Hi, my name is Austen El-Osta. I'm Director of the Self-Care Academic Research Unit at Imperial College London. I'm also Director and Trustee of the International Self-Care Foundation. The purpose of this short intervention is to provide an overview of the 7 pillars of self-care framework. In this segment, we'll demonstrate how self-care is multidimensional and concerned with a range of practices, habits, and attitudes, including the responsible use of medicines, products, and services. The main objectives of this episode are listed here. We want to describe the 7 pillars of self-care, explain the interconnectivity of these pillars and their significance to good health and well-being, and propose how pharmacists may employ this framework in their day-to-day practice. We will also share additional resources you could explore to learn more about the subject. So in the next few minutes, we'll help answer the following key questions. What are these pillars and how are they important and significant to good health? And how can pharmacists align the provision of integrated care services with these pillars? Because there are so many definitions of self-care in the academic literature, it's often more helpful to conceptualize self-care using easily accessible frameworks instead. The 7 pillars of self-care framework you see here was published by the International Self-Care Foundation. This engaging infographic is a mid-level description of the daily activities that constitute self-care. You can see there are 7 pillars in total. We have health literacy, mental well-being, physical activity, the central pillar of healthy eating, risk avoidance, good hygiene practices, and the rational use of products and services. We'll now go through each pillar and we'll consider what this means for the individual self-carer and how pharmacists can help promote each of these pillars. The knowledge and health literacy pillar is the key in the ignition of self-care. Health literacy is defined as the capacity of individuals to obtain, process, and understand basic health information that's needed to make appropriate health decisions and engage with health services. This includes, for example, knowing your body mass index, your blood cholesterol, or your blood pressure levels, and any other information that could help you engage in your health well-being journey, including participating in health screening. So in this way, health literacy is important for navigating healthcare systems, communicating with healthcare professionals, managing chronic conditions, and to inform preventive health practices. The mental health and well-being pillar includes self-awareness. That's because our state of mental well-being is often a defining feature that determines how we feel during our waking hours, and this very much colors our interactions with the people around us. So it's important to be aware of our internal dialogue and to manage depressive symptoms and daily stresses, as these could be quite common as we go about our life. For this reason, self-care activities, which in this case include self-compassion, mindfulness, and meditation, are really important to promote mental health and well-being. Physical activity, such as walking to the shops or taking the stairs, engaging with active travel, or participating in regular exercise or sport is very important. That's because mobility is one of the key features of good health and is associated with a high quality of life. Age also plays an important role in the amount and intensity of physical activity one should consider doing on a daily basis. But the general rule is that we need to stay active and wherever possible to maintain healthy joints, good flexibility, and mobility so we can continue to do the things we enjoy in life the most. Healthy eating is a central pillar of self-care, and is concerned with eating a healthy, nutritious, and balanced diet that is high in fiber. It also includes maintaining a healthy relationship with the food that we eat and to manage our weight by consuming healthy foods that are rich in nutrients with an appropriate calorie intake. Again, our age is important here because our nutrition needs change throughout the lifespan, but the message is clear. We need to maintain a good relationship with our food throughout the life course. The risk avoidance pillar includes risk mitigation strategies, such as quitting tobacco, limiting alcohol intake, reducing salt, getting our travel vaccinations, and wearing a seatbelt, for example. Avoiding risks will have a huge impact on our health and well-being, and especially, for example, when avoiding the risks associated with long-term conditions and so-called diseases of the lifestyle. And of course, we should, wherever possible, avoid the risks associated with communicable diseases. Good hygiene practices are represented by the 6th pillar of self-care. These include activities such as hand washing, oral hygiene, toothbrushing, and other hygiene practices, which in today's world can also mean reducing exposure to blue light before bedtime, or something that we call or could refer to as a type of digital hygiene. The rational use of products and services pillar is the largest pillar of self-care, and it includes everything else not already discussed. Specifically, it includes self-care products like medicines, which could be over-the-counter or prescription only. It also includes vitamins, minerals, and supplements, and also technologies such as point-of-care test devices, in vitro diagnostics, and even health and well-being apps, such as apps used to help with meditation or for medication reminders. In addition to improving the health literacy, which is the first pillar of self-care, the seventh pillar of self-care is perhaps the most important in the context of pharmacy and how pharmacists can help democratize access to self-care products and services. Some people would consider this as perhaps one of the most important pillars, but the reality is all the pillars of self-care are important and no one pillar should be excluded. Because the 7 pillars of self-care are so important, the International Self-Care Foundation is translating the infographic into over 150 languages. This will make it easy to display the infographic in different settings and to share with people of all ages and from different walks of life. The 7 pillars of self-care framework has also been incorporated into the self-care matrix published in 2019, and that is a unifying framework for self-care. The self-care matrix is concerned with the totality of self-care and offers a new point of departure for self-care thinking. You can read more about the self-care matrix in the academic literature by scanning this QR code. Now, as pharmacists, you have a key role to play in helping people become expert self-carers. For example, you could help improve people's health literacy, give advice on healthy eating for specific health conditions, how to use medicines and products and technologies, and how to avoid risks, including, for example, drug interactions when using certain medicines. By learning about the 7 pillars of self-care and streamlining access to this readily available infographic in your pharmacies and in the communities that you support, you could help improve people's self-care capability and capacity. Self-care is not hard, but because it's very much linked to health literacy, personal behaviors, and lifestyle choices, we need to work together, including with educators, people in the community, employers, and policymakers, to help keep self-care on top of everyone's agenda and make it everybody's business. The pharmacy landscape is rapidly evolving, and no doubt, pharmacists are increasingly being considered as the key promoters of self-care in the community. Please also think how you can raise more awareness about self-care and the pillars, and how you might want to celebrate International Self-Care Day, which is celebrated every year on the 24th of July. I hope you enjoyed this short segment about the 7 pillars of self-care and that you'll continue to benefit from the amazing FIP resources. Thank you for listening, and bye for now.